Hello, my name is Victor Unuigbe. So I'm resident in the United Kingdom with my family, so my wife and two children. So I had been in contact with Silence Clinic for a number of months before we came over to have stem cell treatment for my children. Both of them have diagnosis of ASD. Um, Sarah was the first contact I was first line of contact I had with. We when I made the initial inquiries, like I said, we and then of course we had a number of conversations. This was after I had filled a detailed questionnaire. She reached out. She was able to explain what's the procedure involved, explained how this set up, what the process involves, the treatment, the laboratory. Also contacted Dr. Atai, who's one of the directors here, family directors here as well. I have to say, from when we came before, Sarah, did an excellent job in, like I said, always contacting me regularly to, like I said, dispel any sort of, doubts or any questions I had, queries, relating to what the process involved. And yeah, so we've been here. We've had this, we've had the treatment. It's a week's, over the course of a week. Like I said, I've come down with my wife and my two children, my son who is 9, and my daughter who is 6. And I have to say, it's we've been very happy, having come in here for. We feel we've made the right choice because, like I said, it's that thing where you go, oh, could we have gone somewhere else, without having a better option. Well, since we arrived, like I said, Sarah, Dr. Atai, Bushra, who's the clinical director, and the nurses, the other doctors, Dr. Gemini, like I said, the whole setup, they've been very good. They made us feel welcome, we're relaxed, they take us as family, they're very warm, we always say they exhibit that warm Turkish nature, friendliness. But like I said, professionalism, the way they've handled the children. So we've had 3, 4 procedures across a week, from the blood test, assessment, stem cell itself. They've explained the situation, explained the procedure, how you have the cells, the exozymes and the mesenchymas, how what they produce. Even explaining how the right body weights of each child is necessary to ensure that the right amount of cells are imputed into the child to ensure safety. Explain all the things about even the donor cells, how they're screened, obviously for safety and quality. So, anything that may be a worry has been dispelled. So we like that. Even the layout of the clinic, like I said, it's very nice, very ambient. Turkey's been hot this week. We visited, the air conditioning is cool. Stuff like I said, reception is very friendly. Like I said, the children, even when they've come in and they know that they need to have injections, at least they've been able to relax. Even the blood test, so that's good, and like I said, we are very happy because even with the main procedures, no complications, especially again, given the fact that, anything that has to do with the spine, so like I said, the children are fine, they are jumpy, no fever, so yeah, which is good. So I'm very happy with, with the service we've had, and also the fact that, again, like I said, because this has been a while before we took the plunge in coming. So I'm quite, and I'm looking forward, but, like I said, I'm very, very confident, as a family, we're very confident that, we are going to, we're going to have very good testimony, great testimonies that, the procedure is going to work well. We've got that faith, having seen what it entails, that, it's going to not just bring about improvements, but actually even bring about and eradicate a total reversal of the autism in the children. We are looking to see great significant improvements in their speech, in their language, in their comprehension, in their emotional conditioning. So yes, and I'm looking forward to when we can come back to Turkey with the children, different, and you say yes, there you go, silence clinic, helps, in that regard. And yeah, so, and I've said we'll be very happy to, when we go back to the UK. We do know some families, some close friends of ours and families who also have children, with autism, and we'll be happy to, share our experience with them, let them know, put them in touch and say, yeah, come as well. And yeah, so yeah, we'll be very happy to that. So thanks to like I said, I'm very happy with what with the experience and the service we had with Sinus Clinic. Thank you very much.